So when you're talking about inside of your religious faith of Buddhism, Buddhism takes a neutral stance on abortion, as you know. But you clearly told Fresh inside of that phone call that it's against your religion to terminate this pregnancy. Does that make it murder that you terminated the pregnancy?
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't. So if he's not a murderer and you're not a murderer, I don't actually hang on. I don't actually understand what the problem is as what could he have coerced you to do? He didn't coerce you to murder because you're not a murderer and he's not a murderer by your own logic, right?
Well, there is some behavior that she done that made me decide to have this abortion.
What was that?
Yeah, but even if all of the behavior, even if he did coerce you, let's just say hypothetically he did coerce you to have an abortion. Hang on, I'm almost done.
Yeah.
Even if he did hypothetically coerce you to have an abortion, if it isn't murder, then isn't that like coercing you to pick up a rake in the yard? I mean, what is the actual problem?
The actual problem is I lost the baby that I was
but you don't consider it a person.
I supposed to have it with Walter, and he doesn't want it.
Yeah, but why would that be a problem if it's not a person? If you don't believe that it's murder to terminate the pregnancy, you don't believe he's a murderer, you don't believe you're a murderer, then what's the actual problem? It's just like picking a rake up in the yard, right?
I think you're just playing the language game. I've seen your show before. There's no way I can beat you. I'm just not going to argue with this. I think women in here, they won't understand me.
Well, I'll ask some more questions.
I don't want to argue with you because I know I can't.
And well, I'm not trying to argue. I'm really just genuinely curious.
You're just like into this details and so sophisticated, trying to catch me something or twist my word. But
no,
people understand me.
No, I'm really not. I'm just trying to understand.
You're a very smart guy. I'm not trying to here to defend on me. I know that I made mistake by dating this guy. I didn't know that who he is, and also I aborted the baby. Yes, but I believe this is the best choice because I don't want a father.
No,
I don't want
understand
a baby
all
father
that.
like that.
I understand all that.
Yeah.
I'm not even playing a gotcha. I'm just telling you that if you're saying that it's not murder to abort the child, but you're saying he coerced you into aborting it, I still then don't even understand what exactly he coerced you into doing, which was bad, because there's no murder. There's no what's the actual problem? I don't get it.
Coercion.
Yeah, but the abortion, you consider it not to be a murder.
If it's a murder, it's not me. I'm not a murderer. It's Walter.
Well, how could he be a murderer if you don't consider it murder to abort?
Because he harassed me, internet harassed me, and he caused me emotional damage and all that.
Yeah, no, I get that. But how could it actually be murder if you don't consider it to be murder if you abort?
I didn't say I don't consider it's a murder. I said
okay, so you do consider it murder, so you're a murderer? Or?
I'm not saying. I said it's a coercion.
A coercion to do what, though? It's not a coercion to do anything bad if it's not a murder.
I don't understand. What are you talking about?
Well, if you terminate a pregnancy, it's not murder, right?
Yeah, it's not.
It's not. So then even if he coerced you to terminate the pregnancy, what is the actual problem? Because you didn't it's like picking up a rake in the yard, right? It's like putting dishes away. It's if it's not murder,
for you, yes, it's
then what
putting
did
dishes
he
away.
coerce you to do that was actually bad? I don't get it.
For you, it's putting a dish away because you're not in my position. You wouldn't understand how I feel when I actually carried a baby. It was a baby, a dot in my belly, and I had to end it.
Yeah, but it's not murder, right?
It's not murder, but it's also not something we should encourage people to do.
Yeah, why not, though? It's not a problem. It's not murder.
It's just something she didn't want to do, and that's...
Andrew, if you don't mind, I'll come...
Yeah, sure. Yeah. No problem.
So are you encouraging people to have abortion? Is that what you're saying?
Go ahead, Andrew.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't because I consider it murder, but you don't consider it murder. So if you don't consider it murder,
private chat,
why would it be a problem if people went and had abortion? I don't understand. That makes no sense.
You don't understand the consequence for women to get an abortion, the health damage. and all the other stuff emotionally. So you just don't understand because you're
Well,
not
I
a
mean,
woman. You're not a woman.
But that's why I was perhaps hoping that you could explain it to me, that if you don't from your...
I just did. I just did explain to you. I think people understand what I meant.
So so that he coerced you to damage your health?
Yes.
Okay, by asking you to have
It's
this
like
abortion.
he knows it's a he gave me a food that's poison that he knows it's gonna like make me sick, and he still give it to me.
He gave you what?
I'm just trying to make an
I think
example.
An analogy. You're
Okay,
using
an analogy. I see.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
He didn't
so the
give
thing
her-
is that if Walter doesn't consider an abortion murder, and you don't consider an abortion murder, I don't even really understand what the problem is here. A consequence of sex is pregnancy, and if neither of you consider abortion murder, he doesn't and you don't, then I don't actually understand what you're upset about, to be honest with you.
I think the problem, like her issue is like she wanted somebody to go through it with her, and I don't know why somebody 4 months is really short, but that's I'm not judging her for that.
But does that make any sense to you? If I ask you, for instance, if you got pregnant and neither one of you consider it to be a murder or in any way, shape, or form immoral to do an abortion.
I do consider it's a murder.
Well, then that would make you a murderer, ma'am.
No, I didn't make the decision because I wanted to. It's because
Well, you said he forced you.
Did
Right.
he go with you and do it, or
no, he didn't.
So
But
if you
he
don't
did-
consider
he did
yourself a
all
murderer,
of that.
then you can't consider having an abortion murder.
So you're saying that's okay? It's okay for he to do that?
Well, not from my worldview. I think it's awful.
Is that okay?
But,
Is that okay to
but
get
from your
impregnate a
worldview,
woman
you
and
said
ask
it
her to
is.
get abortion, like taking a pregnancy, like taking a Plan B pill? Is that okay?
From my worldview, no. But from your worldview, you just said it's fine. You just said from your perspective, from the Buddhist
I didn't say
perspective.
that's okay. I said it's not okay. That's why I'm upset.
So is it murder?
See, you keep playing this question. You keep playing this.
Well, I mean,
You know,
it's because I don't understand. If it's not, if you didn't take a human life, then why is it actually a problem?
That is a human life. I was pregnant.
Then that would be a murder, wouldn't it?
I didn't say
And
it's
if
not
it is
a
a murder, then that would make you a murderer, wouldn't it?
Not me. I didn't because I didn't want to.
Is
Well,
fresh?
did he swallow the
it's-
pill for you, or?
Wait, so are you saying that fresh is the murderer?
Yes.
because he wanted to do it? and
Because he wanted to do it. You guys heard the voice message. He pushed me to do it. He
Okay.
never showed up.
Did you just not want to be a single mother?
Andrew, I'll
and you
ask
didn't just
a
wanna have
couple
the baby?
questions.
I didn't want to be a single mother. I didn't want my baby daddy to be like someone like that.
But no matter what, you still had the decision to either take the pill or not take the pill, right?
Yeah.
So it just seems like you're putting all of the accountability on him. I think that's what we were trying to
Well,
say.
I didn't. Well, definitely not. That's not what I meant.
Let's get back to the video, though. So